Would you believe me if I told you that this stitch right here is actually crochet? Here's the back side, and it does have this beautiful horizontal braided stitch type of pattern. But yeah, this is actually Tunisian crochet, and I'm going to demonstrate how to achieve this. Put this to the side for now. Keep that for reference. So, first things first, you want to chain a multiple of 2 stitches plus 2, and I already went ahead and chained 12. So, now, to begin the foundation row of Tunisian crochet, it's the standard way. So I'm going to go through the back loops of the chains for the foundation row. So you're going to skip the first one here, and you're going to go into the second loop here. And I'm just going to pull, yarn over and pull through as such. And when you're working the foundation chains, you want to make sure you don't chain them too tight, because it's going to be hard for you to go through the back loops of each stitch. But again, you're just going to go through the back loop of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Again, next one, go to the back loop, yarn over and pull through. Again, here you go. And you're going to continue doing this to the end of the row. It's pretty simple. So just yarn over, pull through. Oops. And the last one's a little tricky, so just make sure you can use your nail to shimmy it on your hook if you can. Gonna pull over, pull, yarn over, and then pull through. So you should have 12 stitches. If you chain 12, you should have 12 stitches on your Tunisian crochet hook. So I'm gonna count mine. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So yes, I do have the right amount of stitches. Now for this tutorial, I am using a 5mm crochet hook along with a lightweight 3 DK yarn. It is cotton and bamboo mixture, and it's really nice to work with. Okay, so to finish off your foundation row, because in Tunisian crochet, you count the row by the forward pass and the back pass. So that's one row. So this is half of a row technically, because we just went to a forward pass. But then we're going to go back, and that's going to be the back pass, and that will be one complete row. So to begin one complete row, you're just going to yarn over, pull through the first loop only. And then for the rest of the row, you're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. This is the standard backward pass for Tunisian crochet. I hope I'm calling it right. That's what I call it at least. So backward pass, forward pass, backward pass. So you should have something like this. And to begin this special stitch, you're going to skip the first vertical bar. You're going to chain 1 as well. And you're going to complete 1 Tunisian knit stitch in the next vertical bar here. So we're skipping this one, and we're going to go through the center of that vertical bar from front to back as such. Pull a yarn through the loop, and you should have something like this. And then in the next stitch, you're going to do a Tunisian simple stitch in the upper and back horizontal bars of the next stitch. So to complete this, you're going to go first do this V, but you're not going to stop there. You're going to go through the upper and back horizontal bars of the same stitch. So here, you see how there's a front one and a back one here? You're going to go through that as well. So you should have something like this at this point. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through all of those. There you go. Next, you're going to do a normal Tunisian knit stitch. And then again, the next stitch, you're going to go do a Tunisian simple stitch, but you're not going to stop there. You're going to go to the horizontal bars at the top, the front and back one, pull a yarn and yarn over and pull through the vertical loops like this. Okay, in the next stitch here, you're just going to do a Tunisian knit stitch. And of course, in the next stitch, you're going to do the Tunisian simple stitch in the upper and back bars of the horizontal bars here. Take your time when you're doing this just to make sure you're getting everything. And then of course, you're going to alternate. So you're going to do a normal Tunisian knit stitch here. And then in the next stitch, you do the Tunisian simple stitch in the upper and back horizontal bars, okay, of the next stitch, which is this one right here. Pull through. Alrighty, so I'm just going to continue alternated until the end of the row. And of course, when you get to the end of the row, just be careful that there is still an end stitch right here. You're still going to work this, because you need to have 12 stitches consecutively. Right now, I only have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. So to work the end stitch here, I'm just going to do a normal Tunisian knit stitch. Make sure you go through the side here, and you should have something like this on the loop. Yarn over and pull through. That completes your third step of making this stitch. So now, like I said, when you're doing the backward pass, it's standard. So you're gonna yarn over, pull through one loop first, and then yarn over, pull through two for the remainder of the row. And that is all it takes to make that knit stitch appearance for the Tunisian crochet stitch that we're doing today. So you're just going to alternate between the third step like I showed you. So again, I'm going to do it again for you. I'm going to chain one, skip the first vertical bar. I'm going to do one Tunisian knit stitch in the next stitch. Then I'm going to do one Tunisian simple stitch in the upper and back horizontal bars of the next stitch, as such, and I'm going to continue alternating for the remainder of the row, making sure I don't miss the end stitch as well. Once you get a hang of it, it becomes pretty easy. I think the hardest part of this stitch is making sure that when you're doing the Tunisian simple stitch, you're going through the upper and back horizontal bars of the consecutive stitch. But everything else is pretty, I think, self-explanatory. Okay, and now I'm going to do my Tunisian simple stitch, just making sure that I get everything. I get the upper and back horizontal bars here. Got that. And then last but not least is my Tunisian knit stitch in the end stitch right there. Okay. Yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two for the remainder of the row. And that's all it takes. I'm going to work a couple more rows and come back. So after working a couple rows, you should get something that resembles this. And one thing to note is that yes, there is a lot of curling happening right now. So you want to make sure you block this very well to get the most out of this stitch. But again, it's very beautiful. It's Tunisian crochet. It's not knit. And yeah. I also wanted to show you how to count the rows if you're a beginner or new to Tunisian crochet, and how I count the rows. So here is my foundation row that I had. And then this is the first row. So this is my foundation row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this row right here, it's not complete. So I would consider this 10.5 rows because you need to have a forward pass and a back pass to make one complete row. So I technically have 10.5 rows. But yeah, this is the finished product. You want to make this stitch. I think this would be a nice stitch. It has some good drape. So if you want to use it for garment construction, like tops or bottoms or skirts or dresses, I definitely can see that happening. Also for hats too, it would work as well. Pretty versatile. But yeah, this is very beautiful.